because all right, so if you compare, so last season they lost 4 games. I think there's 4 losses.
Yeah, 4. Yeah,
Out of 38 matches played, they lost 4. This season, they've lost 5 already.
yeah. Out of
Um,
11, is it? 11
yeah,
matches played. Yeah,
yeah, out of
yeah.
just under a dozen games played,
Mm.
they've lost 11 times. I mean, so they've lost 5 times. So, I don't know. I think we might be overly hard on Liverpool because they're not that far off the top, top 3 or top 4. They're not far off Liverpool. However, I think the reason might be because we're comparing it to the last season. I think that's the only thing I can come up with. I just think, well, maybe we're being hard on them because of their performance last season, and maybe so because they are the current champions, aren't they? They're
Yeah,
defending
yeah.
champions, defending champions. So I, I don't know if he goes to Liverpool, because he'll have quite a lot to contend with. He'll have quite a lot to contend with, attacking wise, because you have the likes of Ekitike, you have Isak, you have what's the other one? Florian Wirtz, and then of course you have Salah closely behind. Where is he going to play? There's going to be a lot of. But anyway, it's a rumor. Might never materialize. So
Where did you hear that rumor then?
I read it off one of the sports magazines online. And he just says he might be moving to, and I can see why, because obviously I think there was a price tag on that rumor as well. I think it was 51.1 either million euros or pounds, I think. And I think, well, he's lucky he's hitting that sort of range. But then I thought about the move. Yeah. So, well, if it does materialize, because he's on loan at Barcelona, isn't it? So it
Mm.
might it might not necessarily stay. It might not necessarily stay. We don't know. We don't know yet. Or maybe the price, or what he might be demanding, or what Manchester United might be wanting, might not be within the budget of what Barcelona is willing to pay, really. So that
Mm.
might be the reason behind this speculative move. Um, so we hope we
Yeah,
the best, don't we?
I don't see him playing for Liverpool.
No.
I don't know where that rumor started. I don't think. Again, we can only give our opinion, but I don't think Liverpool would want him. I don't think he would fit their style or anything. As you say, they've got enough players playing forward, strikers or attacking midfielders, etc. And I
Hmm.
think also the fact that there is a rivalry, like it or not, between Manchester United and Liverpool. I mean, any player going there from Manchester United, because that's where he's been for years, wouldn't probably get on too well with many of the Liverpool fans, perhaps. But I don't even feel that the fans at Liverpool would particularly want Marcus Rashford. And probably true of a number of clubs. Nothing against him. We know on his day he's a very good player. But
Yeah, it is.
I've always felt he lost his way a bit, whether that was getting into politics. Whether that was getting into politics, I'm sure he meant well with what he did, but
Yeah.
it really, I'm sure professional footballers should stay outside of politics, or even ex-professional footballers for that matter. because it's not what they're experts on, and it's not what they should be about, in my opinion. If they want to go into politics, then go into politics. But I think Rashford, somehow, I can only speak for myself, but I feel when you think of him, like, yeah, you think of a good footballer. I'm still a bit surprised he features in the England team because I don't
Mm.
think he's overly consistent these days. But he is a good footballer, or he certainly used to be. But there's almost it's almost like a little red flag up there. And certainly, if we were told he was coming to Palace, well, maybe as in the past, a lower half team, maybe there's some fans who'd say that's great because he obviously has played at the top level. And if he is still a bit of a flying winger, maybe he would be good for one of the lower teams. But I don't think one of the top teams would have him because they're already well stocked with probably better players anyway. So I'd be really surprised if it turns out that Arne Slot wants Rashford. And the only thing I've heard about him attributed to him was he said recently he actually now wants to stay very much at Barcelona. And
Oh,
why not? I mean, it probably has a nice life there in Madrid. Oh, sorry, not Madrid, in Barcelona. Lovely place. Have you been there? It's a great place. So a footballer's life there is probably good, on the Mediterranean and stuff like that. They probably have a great life. So why would he want to go back to rainy Manchester with all, or rainy Liverpool for that matter, with all due respect to those places? And it's rainy in the south as well. So it's the British climate. But if you can go to a country where you're spoilt with a much nicer, sunnier, warmer climate, then I guess life must feel pretty complete if you've got all those that salary to go with it.
yeah, yeah. Right. So the next one is Busayo Saka. I think that's the last on the forwarders. I think he definitely deserves to be
Yeah.
on there. I think he's a great. I think he's a really good player. So Adam Wharton finally got a place.
Yeah. Well, of course, he
Adam,
did before. He was injured, didn't he? It's not like he's now got his first. Yeah, and he deserves it. He does deserve it. He's a great footballer in prospect, and he makes some mistakes in his passing, but generally he's got a superb instinct for knowing where his teammates are. He gets the
mm,
ball and he's very quick, smoothly directs it, usually the right pass, perfectly weighted in the path of